My name's Jeff, and I love beer. I don't just mean that I love to drink it, though. I mean I'm passionate about the history of beer, how it's made, and what's in store for the future of beer. Some might call me a beer snob, but I see it a bit differently. I want to learn about all beers. It's time to go exploring in the world of beer. This is Huntington Beach. I've lived here for 12 or 13 years, and it's easy to see why I've fallen in love. They call it Surf City, and if you spend any time by the pier, you'll see why. There's a lineup every day, starting at dawn, ending at dusk. These people love their surfing here. I like my beer, and right now in Huntington Beach, it's hard to find that beer. Yes, there are a handful of spots that you can hit in Orange County. There's Sis Montaigne down at Rancho Santa Margarita. There's Bottle Logic in Anaheim, and there's Bootleggers in Fullerton. There's a lot to like here. You can go down the 5 freeway and see all that San Diego has to offer. That is beer mecca after all. But now finally in Huntington Beach, we have some places to brew our own beer. We have some places to taste our own beer fresh from breweries. Surf City finally meets the Suds. So here we are in Huntington Beach, and we have to find some beer. You would think that might be a difficult challenge based on what I said earlier in the day. This building, though, if you can read this sign, says Brewery and Tasting Room. The building itself is unassuming, but this is the second of 2 brand new breweries in the town. The first breweries in the town. This one is called Four Sons. It's owned by a mother, a father, and 4 sons. I mean, you could have figured that out as soon as I said it. There's also CrossFit in this area, but I'm not gonna do CrossFit. As you can tell, I'm gonna go drink beer. So, mother and father, you guys, this is a brilliant venture. It's awesome to see this in Huntington Beach. What made you take this on?
Well, we just wanted to do something as a family, and we started discussing various options, and I guess one day the light bulb went on that the only thing we really knew about was beer.
We're really big into beer. We're really
and
big
dogs.
into, and dogs, of course. But we love beer. We travel all around. We drink beer. We go on vacations to check out different breweries. It's just kind of something that my family's always been involved in, always loved. My brother's been a home brewer for about 8 years now. So we would spend the weekends kind of like going over to his house, brewing in his garage on our little 10-gallon system.
So you've been brewing at home for at least 8 years?
Yeah, I started when I was 20, so about 8 years, yeah.
20?
Yeah, A little before, but hey, it's all good.
Nice. And then, was it scary making the leap to this where you're like, all right, family, get on my back, I can do it?
It was absolutely. I mean, the thing I was most worried about was kind of taking the recipes from the 5-gallon size to this size and hoping they're going to come out the same way we envisioned it.
Yeah, so no, like I don't need to measure this out on a scale. I need to buy bags of stuff.
Instead of using 10 pounds for my entire batch, it's now using 800, 900 pounds of grain. So it's got a King's
hockey. Yeah. This is a hockey bar.
Exactly.
The Kings just did well, so.
And our one son was already brewing, so we had some knowledge of how to do it. And
so hey, Derek, you're about to learn a lot more, a lot quicker.
It's all on you.
Yeah.
Kind of jumped on the idea right away, started the process. A year and a half later, here we are.
That's fantastic. So beer, family, brewery.
Yep.
Got it done. You guys are the second in the town of Huntington Beach.
We are, yes.
How's the community embraced you?
Fantastic. Yeah, we had a lot of help from the other brewer. The first one, Beach City, they were a big help in getting us to where we are. They kind of paved the road for us, getting through all the legal processes through the city and everything. Right. It's 2 of us working together. So that kind of collaboration has really helped to bring the community to us. The majority of our customers that we get in here live within walking distance.
I love it. It's really amazing to have a place in HP now that you can just come and walk to.
Yeah.
You don't have to drive all over the place to Tusk or some other place. We have amazing beer right in our backyard.
Honestly, this is probably our third time here. Our third time here since they've been open.
They just opened a couple months ago, but so far, very impressed, very happy with all the IPAs they have to offer.
So are you guys locals?
We are.
I've grown up here my whole life.
All 3 of us.
Yeah.
Huntington Beach.
Yeah.
They just ride their bike here, walk over.
Right.
They don't have to worry about driving, get some good beer. Don't have to worry about the tourist crowds down on the beach and everything. So
Well, I would do that, but somebody just stole my beach cruiser the other day, so I'm going to have to Uber it. Now, why hockey? This is Southern California. I mean, I know we got the Kings, but hockey, where's hockey come from? You guys love hockey here.
we do. We're big hockey fans. My parents are both from the Boston area, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts. So it's kind of born with us.
Fan.
Yes, Nico's a hockey fan. He went to his first game at 6 weeks old.
Impressive. This is the new hockey place to go, huh?
Best place. Only for Kings.
Kings fan?
And Ducks.
Bruins fan? So I won't cheap shot your beers out of your hand.
Been Kings fans. My dad had season tickets from the first time in '93, so we've been going to Kings games since then.
Wow.
Huge fans of the team, and now it's kind of building into maybe a little bit of a dynasty. We'll see where it's going.
You are the man in charge of the beer.
That's me. Yeah.
This is your spot.
Yes.
So what do we got going on here?
So we've got, right here we got a 10-barrel system. So we've got 4 10-barrel fermenters, 1 20-barrel fermenter. We got another 20 coming through right here. But yeah, we just do a little of everything. There's no specific style necessarily that we follow. That was our idea in the beginning, was trying to do a little of everything, kind of appease to everyone's different taste. So that's kind of how we started it.
I brew 5-gallon batches at home.
Yeah.
How much beer do you get out of a 10-barrel fermenter? Like, how much is that?
These ones are 300 gallons. This guy's 600 gallons. So it's a little, that's how I was 5 gallons only until coming to this. So
wow,
it's quite a difference.
That's amazing. Now that you have to have variety of taps filled, is there a style that you've started to brew that you're like, wow, this is challenging, but we're doing it?
Yeah, I mean, I've never brewed a stout before coming here. So we're like, hey, we need a stout. So I mean, that was a little nerve-wracking. Got some help from other brewers to try to help me design a recipe since I'd never done it before. And I was a little nervous about that, but at this point now it's just, we want to brew new things.
Yeah.
We got a couple beers coming up that I'm gonna be brewing that I've never brewed before, so we're just gonna be going for it. I mean,
yeah?
It'd be interesting, but yeah.
What's something off the wall that you're looking to try, or different?
We're just gonna do a Grotzer, which is a Polish-style beer. It uses 100% smoked malt, so it's gonna be a little bit of a different taste, and we're actually gonna be adding some coffee to it to try to go off like that smokiness taste, so it should be interesting, but...
I don't know if you caught that, I went, oh, because that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
It's fun to talk about beer. I want to taste beer.
Yeah,
Can we taste some beer?
Let's do it.
After you. All right, Derek, this is beautiful. What do we got here?
Yeah, so I'll give you 4 of our most popular beers. So we got a raspberry blonde, we got our coconut amber, we have our pale ale, and our double IPA.
That's amazing. I guess I'll start here.
Yeah, let's do it.
What should I be expecting from this guy?
So it's a blonde, and we add some raspberry and hibiscus. The hibiscus is mainly for the color, and then the raspberry is going to give it just kind of sweet and sour taste. It's a great summer beer. It's just something nice and refreshing.
It reminds me of a German style that I can't think of the name of right now.
Well, we actually use a German yeast in there, so
I'm not crazy.
You're doing good. So now you got our coconut amber, which is, so the coconuts are very light. It's kind of mainly on the back end. We didn't want it overpowering. So you have a little coconut, which goes good with the caramel taste that's in the amber.
Is it like a toasted coconut?
Yeah, we use, actually for a 10-barrel batch, we use about 50 pounds of toasted coconut.
Wow.
So it's quite a bit. Now this is my favorite here. This is our single hops pale ale. We single hop with El Dorado, which is gives it a lot of fruity taste to it that is solely from the hops.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite.
That's really good stuff.
Uh-huh. And this is by far and above our most popular seller. It's our Imperial IPA, a great one, 9.9%, 99 IBU. It's strong, but it's nice and balanced. You're not really going to taste the hops. You're not going to taste the alcohol. It's kind of all going to mellow out together.
Now, 99.
Yes, for the great one itself, Wayne Gretzky.
As a Bruins fan, I can admit that is a pretty good beer.
Awesome.
That is good stuff. These are delicious. Huntington Beach should be happy and proud to have these being poured right in our town. You got some good stuff, man.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Cheers. To hockey, to beer. There you go. Thank you, fellas.
Thank you.
Right. Well, cheers, brother.
Cheers, thank you.
Well, cheers to another Huntington Beach brewery. And then don't fake it because you got nothing left.
Okay.
Don't fake it for the camera. You can go get your beer in a second. That's all right. We'll enjoy our beer. Have you ever thought about brewing your own beer at home? Well, if you haven't, you should reevaluate your life because you're missing out. Once you get into the hobby, though, you can realize things start to get expensive. There are places out there, though, that are here to help. This is Brew Bakers of Huntington Beach, California. You can brew your own beer right on site. You don't even need to know what you're doing because they have brewmasters who can help you. Once you're done brewing the beer, they've got awesome pretzels to eat as well. Pretzels, beer, there's other food, there's good people. We're gonna have to go inside and check this place out. Manny, thank you so much for having us. Brew Bakers, this is one heck of a spot. The first place I've ever brewed my own beer, because I've been doing it for maybe 5 years now, was here at Brew Bakers. The original owner, my wife got me one of the packages, came in, brewed my beer, and then that set me off. So it's awesome to see someone carrying the torch and bringing this place up even more than what it already was. What do you guys have going on today? Because it looks like you got a little bit of a party happening.
Yeah, we're celebrating 18 years of business, and my first year as the owner.
And you got your clan here with you?
Yes, I brought them over for their 18th anniversary.
Very cool.
Thought I'd come down and support local community,
Good
small
stuff.
businesses.
Absolutely. What are you drinking?
They're double IPA.
How do you like it?
Pretty good, pretty
Yeah,
good. I like
nice
it.
and hoppy?
Exactly.
Good stuff. Enjoying the party here today?
We are. We're ready for the band.
Yeah.
It's excited.
Excellent. Well, it looks like you're ready for beer, too. What are you drinking?
Well, I'm priming up. I got the stout. I'm a stout
The
drinker.
IPA.
The macaroon stout.
How is that? That sounds fascinating.
I love it. I'm a stout drinker. Guinness usually on a regular basis, and
So this is like Guinness Plus with all the extra flavor, right?
yes, and that's it. The flavor, absolutely.
What drew you to this place? Why'd you want to buy it?
I started brewing here over 10 years ago, and it was much easier than setting up at home, all of the cleanup, all of the setup. Over those years, I was coming weekly. I ended up talking with the owner, who I became really good friends with at this point, and started doing some beer tastings. And he asked me if I wanted to take over. He was looking to retire, and he felt I'd be a great fit since I've been part of growing this place for so long.
So you can go from regular to contractual position, providing the tastings, to running the place and owning it. It's an awesome story.
And through the beer tastings, I actually met my wife here
Where did you get your prior brewing experience?
at home.
At home?
I
Awesome.
started over 20 years ago. I actually went to the warehouse to buy some CDs so long ago, right? And some guy said, hey, there's a brew supply place across the street. So my friends and I said, oh, they'll probably card us. And he said, you don't have to be 21 to buy brewing supplies. So I bought my first kit and made my first beer in my parents' kitchen.
Everybody paying attention at home, we don't condone underage drinking, but if you were looking for a loophole, that's a pretty damn good one. So, back to what's going on here. I assume business has been good since you've taken over.
Business has been great. We've had a steady increase in our brewing packages. We've focused on a family environment, and so our craft soda business has really increased incredibly over the last year.
That's interesting. How big is your staff here?
I have 8 people, all part-time. I have a couple of brewers. I have some people that work in the back, baking our breads, making our pretzels. Then I also have a gentleman that does, we call him the beer taker. He's kind of like the caretaker. At night, he does all our transfers. He gets everything prepared, cleans all of our vessels for fermentation and carbonation.
The silent, thankless job. You need that role, so that's good.
Exactly. And we have a salesperson, and we also have someone that does the labels. We do the labels in-house, so people can either pick from one of our templates or they create their own design, email it to us.
Very cool. Now you're still making the spent grain bread?
Absolutely.
And then the pretzels. Everybody loves the pretzels, right?
They're something we're pretty well known for.
Jules, I hear you're the guy to talk to when it comes to the pretzels. So what's the deal with these things? What makes them so special?
Well, I like to think it's because we use beer in the dough. I think it gives it a really good flavor. Obviously, the alcohol bakes out when you're cooking it.
Are the pretzels a pretty big attraction besides the beer?
Yeah, I'd say they're probably the second biggest attraction, if not the biggest attraction. I mean, we just got featured in Draft Magazine for our pretzels. They got 4 stores from across the country. And like New York, Chicago, and then Huntington Beach.
That's a big deal. You guys should be very proud of that. That's awesome.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Absolutely. Have you tried the pretzels yet?
We had one, yes. And the sauce. And this mustard sauce was, it'll clean out your nostrils. Yeah, clean your nostrils
stuff,
out.
right?
Really good stuff.
Good stuff. Now, besides the pretzels, what else are you cooking up back here?
We do bratwurst. That's another really popular item. We take a German bratwurst. We cook them in beer first, and then we wrap them in our pretzel dough and then bake them.
Wow. Now, when I came here years and years ago, they let us make bread from the spent grains. Do you guys still do that?
Yeah, we make the bread with the spent grains. Basically, once we boil the grains, you extracted almost all the sugars out of it, and so you're just left with like the husk, and that husk has a good like fibrous texture to it and kind of like a nutty flavor. Okay. So we'll put like a big scoop of spent grains in just our regular bread dough recipe, and we'll, as I said, we'll put some beer in there instead of water and bake it up for them. And then by the time the customers leave, they get like fresh spent grain bread they can take home with them.
So if you had the USDA label on all your stuff, there would be beer prominently featured in everything you serve.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like our thing,
Of course.
beer.
Yeah.
So I try to put beer in as much stuff as possible.
And which one are you drinking?
The IPA?
Is it a single or a double? Is it the double on the end of the
The
tower?
double, yeah,
Cool.
double.
And then is it just super hoppy awesomeness?
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah.
That was like, maybe the hops of.
It's funny because I drink a lot of like Coors Light and just like.
So this is taking a vacation to Flavor
Town.
Town.
To it. Yeah,
Beer.
exactly.
It's actual beer.
Yeah, it's actual beer. Yeah.
Manny, you have tons of years of brewing experience. So I wanted to sit at your bar with you and learn a little bit about some of your offerings. What do we got here right in front of us?
This right here is our Hefeweizen. It's traditional Bavarian hef. You'll notice a big banana aroma and banana flavor.
Yeah.
That's all contributed from the yeast. There's no bananas.
That's almost deceptively good stuff right there.
Really smooth,
nice
very
summer
popular.
day beer when it's hot out. So what's this dark fella right here?
This right here, sometimes we take our recipes. This is the oatmeal wheat stout, and we added toasted coconut to it. So we call it our macaroon stout. It's got a big flavor to it. You'll notice a little bit of the chocolate roasted barley that's at the end.
That is really good. That's almost like a dessert beer. That's so good. And then how about this gentleman?
And this one right here, this is our strong ale. We call it Gnarly Barley. And this is our barley wine, a little over 10%. You'll notice the sweetness is kind of masked with some of the hoppiness.
Wow, there's no burn on that at all. I mean, when you hear of these, higher ABV beers, sometimes you're expecting a little bit of alcohol flavor to them. The unwanted side of the alcohol flavor, there's none of it there. That's just pure good beer that happens to be super strong.
Yeah, it was done well. It doesn't have that liquor, alcohol aroma or flavor to it. Yeah, and all of these beers, we helped other people brew them.
Oh, see, that's fantastic. Well, I'm going to finish these samples. I'm going to let you get back to your party.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure talking story.
Thank you, sir. So what we've learned is this is a family-owned business that caters to family by doing soda, beer, and food. So you can come here with the whole crew, have a great time. As for us, I'm going to finish this, and we got more beer to see in Huntington Beach. This is Beach City Brewery. This is the first brewery in Huntington Beach, and I've been here a few times in the past. I don't think I've quite earned regular status, but I've been here a lot. I've met the owner, I've met the beers, but now it's time for you to meet the people inside. I'm gonna go talk to Glenn, who's the owner. We're gonna meet him, we're gonna meet more beers. It's a whole lot of meeting going on, but when everything's this delicious, it's worth it. Let's go inside. Glenn, you guys are the first brewery in Huntington Beach. What made you take that leap?
Oh man, after about 3 years of planning, I was working with Matt Johnson from Carl Strauss as a consultant to us, and I just went to pretty much every conference in the nation, talked to every owner, every brewer I could, did my research, and then me and my dad kind of took the leap last July. We were able to get a loan and put a deposit down on our equipment.
That's fantastic. So this is kind of like, did you have a brewing background, or is this just something you wanted to do?
I was homebrewing. I actually learned how to homebrew under Matt Johnson. He taught a local course at a college, and we thought it would just be like some old guy that had no clue what he was doing. Turned out that he said he was a head brewer at Carl Strauss, so we actually brought a notebook to the next class and started taking notes.
Good man.
Pretty much we found out cleaning was the number one step, then we went from there. So homebrewing led into doing something professional.
That's amazing. Derek, it's a pleasure to see you again, because I've been here before.
Absolutely.
What's it been like being the head brewer for the first brewery in Huntington Beach?
Busy, very busy. Trying to keep up with demand is tough. Trying to keep up with all these styles that I'm putting on is tough.
Yeah.
We've got 16 tap now, so I'm trying to keep them all full.
Yeah, you guys are, every time I come in, there's more tap handles.
Yeah, and I'm bugging them to get more, so.
Yeah, the board's getting bigger, it's awesome.
It is. We got barrels going behind you, so I'm looking forward to up-and-coming stuff.
I first saw you guys at the Taste of Huntington.
Yes.
Delicious stuff. Very excited to see you open, and now you're here, and you've got some good beer in front of us.
I hope so, yes.
What are we looking at?
Well, in front of you, you have our Pure-Side Pilsner.
We make a killer Pilsner. I've been crushing that pretty much all summer long.
Yeah?
Yeah. Our Gnarly Monk.
There's not too many people around the area doing Belgian beers. Like, oh, I love this Belgian. Like the Gnarly Monk right now. That's the one that people are like, oh, what's this? What's this? So.
Our Oktoberfest and our Ruski Noir, which is a Russian Imperial Stout.
Now, so everybody knows, I've been coming here for a little bit. This is a new guy.
It is, very new.
It also, judging by your board up there, it looks like a very strong guy.
Yeah, it's coming in at 11%.
Not too shabby. What's been the craziest thing you've gone for?
Probably our Russian Imperial Stout. Took 4 brews to get 1 batch.
Wow.
So I brewed twice to get 1 batch, and then 2 more times to get the other batch, and then I blended them together. So it was a total of like 32 man hours just to get one beer in a bottle.
That's crazy.
And it's my favorite beer on tap.
It's beefy.
Yeah, it's beefy.
It's got punch.
Yeah.
This one's been around for a bit, the Pier Side, right?
Pier Side, we're about to roll that into a year-round beer.
Okay.
We were thinking of doing just seasonal, but it's been such a great hit that we think it should be year-round, and we're actually going to start canning it pretty soon.
Canning, that's a good step.
Yes.
That would be great by the pool, by the summer. That's perfect timing. What's been, would you say, the crowd favorite?
Seasonals, varieties definitely hit. Currently, Oktoberfest and Pumpkin Ale are definitely getting drunken up pretty quick. The Ruski Noir has been a big hit. We did bottle the Ruski Noir, so that's definitely one people are buying just to age it for a couple years. We've heard some people are going to try to do verticals with those.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, we're going to be doing yearly releases.
That's going to make you excited to hear that people are already thinking that.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah. So how big is the staff here?
We have about 10 employees right now. A lot of them are tasting room staff. We do have 2 sales reps that are out there. We just recently moved into Long Beach. We were trying to stay as local as we could, but once we got every tap handle we could here, we figured we'll expand to Long Beach, and we're slowly creeping up into Orange and Anaheim.
Good problems.
Yes,
Good
very
problems.
good problems.
What do you do here?
I work in distribution.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So you're spreading the Beach City love to Orange County and beyond. Huntington Beach, and it's fantastic. So how has the reception been at the places you're going to try to get this in stores?
Really great. Specifically in Huntington Beach, we're very well received. You know, I do like in-store demos and stuff at local liquor stores and stuff. And the reception's been awesome. It has not been hard to get people to drink our beer.
Now, it looks like, you know, that you've made efficient use of the space because you've got some giant fermenting tanks over there.
Yes.
What's your production capacity?
Fermentation side, we have about 90 barrel capacity. We have 2 30s and 2 15s. We have a 2-vessel 15 barrel JV&W system, and then we have 2 brights, 1 15 barrel bright and 1 30 barrel bright.
That's fantastic. And now you guys have been playing around with a Randall here and there too, doing some fun stuff?
Yeah, we usually have a weekly Randall. Every Wednesday night we'll do a Randall release where we allow one of our assistant brewers to get creative with the beers that we have on tap.
We just did a chai tea pumpkin ale on last Wednesday. And we've been doing some
catering to the sorority and yoga pants
the pumpkin
crowd?
spice everything. Ugg boots.
No, those flavors do sound awesome.
Yes.
What are you drinking?
This is Dat Lupe dough.
Oh, how do you like that?
It's a great West Coast beer.
Yeah?
Hops, more hops. Bitter, but it's good. It's a good beer, yeah.
How long have you been coming to Beach City?
Since before they opened.
Good answer.
So I was here while they're planning, while they're building.
So you got the inside track.
Born and raised in Huntington, so maybe it gets me somewhere.
So that's basically your seat.
Maybe. They haven't engraved it yet, so.
What's your experience been like being the first brewery in Huntington Beach?
It was tough. We definitely paved a pathway for other breweries. The city wasn't too difficult. They were actually more open to helping us along the way. I think now that they understand what they're dealing with, it's been a little bit more open for the next guy, which was Four Sons. And I know that there's a couple more that are in planning right now, and the city's more than welcome to having us there.
So what have you not done that you're looking to do?
Saisons and Hefeweizens. I know people, especially in Huntington Beach, everyone's like, hey, where's your Hef at?
Yeah.
And I'm like, didn't brew one yet. I'll get there.
Right.
We're also doing a Belgian quad coming up too.
So, that's Huntington Beach. It might not be the beer scene you expected, and it might just surprise you. It's family-oriented. It's community-oriented. They're making good beer, and here on Beer Snob, that's one of the most important things to us. So, from Huntington Beach, we say adios. I always make sure to
Cheers to this.
No. Cheers to that.
I'm photobombing you guys.
That's fine. We welcome that.